go ahead and start with some mindfulness. Taking some time to just be with yourself. Noticing how your day went. Taking a moment to ask yourself what you need from this hour. Noticing the sensation of your breath as you breathe in and the rib cage expands. And the sensation of your breath as you exhale. Maybe noticing the temperature of the breath. Maybe your inhale is more shallow than your exhale. I want to encourage you to set an intention for today's class. And that intention can be anything that you would like it to be. Maybe it is to move through your day with more ease. Maybe it's to quiet the mind. Maybe it's just to be right here, right now, in this very moment. Taking a moment to let go of any tension you're holding in the body, relaxing the jaw, letting the shoulders relax. We'll do some 4 square breathing. So we're gonna inhale for 4 counts in through the nose, and then hold for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and repeat. We'll probably do that a couple of times. So releasing everything out of the lungs, pushing all of the air out. Take a nice inhale in through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 4. Hold. Exhale, 4. Hold. 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale, last one. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 3, 4. Allow the breath to return back to its natural state. Notice what it feels like to be right here in this very moment. And how can you move even deeper into this moment? start with some gentle neck movement. So following your exhale, take your gaze over to the left, keeping the shoulders relaxed here. And just rotating as far as the neck will allow. You don't need to overextend. Following your inhale to center. And as you exhale, take the gaze over the right shoulder. You might notice that your range of rotation varies from side to side, and that's okay. Inhaling back to center, and as you exhale, follow the neck back, taking a baby back bend here, just as far as the neck allows. Inhaling, coming up to center, and as you exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhaling, coming back up through center. Take some shoulder rolls, starting slowly and with small circles. Gradually increasing the size of the roll. And feeling your full range of motion here. And when you feel ready, switching directions. And allowing yourself to come back to center. We're going to take like a spinal roll here, so we're going to push the chest out, coming forward, and then we're going to create a circle with our chest, so drawing the navel back as we curl around, coming back up to the front. Creating space in each vertebrae as we move. And switching directions of your circles. And when your body feels ready, listening and coming back to center. We'll inhale as we draw the arms up overhead and we interlace the fingers, flip the palms up towards the sky, let the shoulders drop down. Take a moment to be here. Following your next exhale, take a side bend over to the left. Inhaling up through center, follow your exhale over to the right side. Inhaling, coming up through center, and take that baby back bend again. Let the shoulders roll back. Inhaling, coming through center, follow the exhale, draw the navel back, the chin tucks into the chest, coming into a forward fold. Inhaling, coming back up through center. We'll open up for our first twist to the right. So the right hand kickstands back behind you, the left hand comes to the right knee. Optional here if it feels accessible for you to take your gaze over the left shoulder. And as you exhale, you can release the bind. We'll inhale, drawing the arms up overhead again. And this time, as you exhale, cactus the arms, really squeeze the shoulder blades back. Inhaling, arms up overhead. As you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Last one, inhaling up overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhaling the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, opening up for a twist to the left hand kickstands back behind you. The right hand comes to the left knee. And optional again, if it's accessible for you, to take your gaze over the right shoulder, just as far as feels good. Releasing the bind. We'll inhale the arms up overhead once more. And this time, dropping the right hand down onto the mat. We're going to take another side bend over to the right side. The left arm comes up and over. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more here, you can either slide your hand out a little bit further, or you can drop down onto the forearm, wherever feels best for you in this moment. And as you inhale, coming back up through center, draw the right arm back up to the air. And exhale, let the left hand float down onto the mat. Just as far as feels good for you here. Again, optional to drop down onto the forearm or walk the hand out a little bit further. You might notice that one side feels different than the other. For example, I can't go down on my forearm on my left arm yet, and I'm okay with that. I love where I land wherever it is in yoga. And as you exhale, bring that left arm back up to the sky. Exhale, cactus back. Inhaling, rising up. Exhale, cactus the arms. You can go ahead and allow the hands to come back down to the knees or the thighs. We're going to extend the legs out in front of us, coming into staff pose or dandasana. So the feet are out straight in front of you. The toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. We have a micro bend in the knees. You don't want to lock them even in this position. Adjusting the thighs if necessary so you can sit up taller on the sits bones. Allowing the shoulders to roll down and back, sitting up nice and tall. Feeling just like you have a pin being pulled right out of the top of your head. Feeling your power here for a moment. And when you feel ready, we'll inhale, drawing the arms up overhead. Lifting up out of the spine, and as you exhale, hinging forward, reaching for the feet. And remembering that wherever you land here is totally okay. You don't have to be able to touch your toes to be able to do yoga or be successful in life. In fact, I don't really think it measures much. Just honor where you are, breathing into the spine. Slowly rolling back up through center. We'll pick up the left foot and bring that foot up into the right inner thigh. Sitting up nice and tall on the sits bones again here, so our seated tree pose. We'll inhale the arms up overhead, lifting up out of the spine, and as you exhale, hinge forward, reach for the right foot. Again, wherever you land is okay here. Optional to challenge yourself a little bit here. You can keep the right hand planted on the mat or on the shin and windmill the left arm back behind you, coming up and over to the right side, really creating some space in the shoulder as you move through that flow. Optional to take it even a little bit further if you'd like, and if you took the arm up and over, do it again. So windmill the arm back behind you, coming up and over to reach for that right foot. And as you exhale, allow yourself to slowly roll back up through center. We'll pick up the left foot, planted over the right thigh, coming into another twist here. We're going to take our right elbow, so the opposite elbow to the knee that's up, and hook it onto the knee. The left hand kickstands back behind you for support. And optional again here to take the gaze over the right shoulder. Go ahead and release the bind. Bring that left foot back out through center, coming back into staff pose. And you can place the hands back behind you so you can lean back a little bit. We're just going to let the ankles and the feet fall from one side to the other, creating some space and movement down there. And optional as well to take some ankle rolls if it feels good for you, or pedal out the feet, so flexing and pointing. Taking your time here, remembering that there's no need to rush. And when you feel ready, coming back up through center, we'll take another forward fold, so we'll inhale the arms up overhead, lifting up out of the spine, and as you exhale, hinge forward, reaching for the feet. Imagining the breath is being sent all the way down the spine. And as you exhale, slowly come back up. We'll pick up the right foot, bring that into the left inner thigh, coming into our seated tree pose on the opposite leg. Sitting up nice and tall, making any adjustments you need to here. We'll inhale the arms up overhead again. Lift up out of the spine, and as you exhale, reach for the left foot. Optional again here, if you'd like a little bit of a challenge, you can windmill the right arm back behind you and up and over to the left side. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can take the windmill sensation one more time. Just making sure that we're coming all the way back up behind us and up and over. And when you feel ready, walking yourself back up to center. We'll pick up the right foot, placing it over the left thigh. The left elbow hooks onto the right knee, opening us up for a twist. Optional again to take your gaze over the left shoulder. And as you exhale, release. Put that right foot back in front of you, lean back on the hands and take another moment here to take some movement in the ankles. Maybe it might feel good to slide the feet up so the knees are bent and take some windshield wiper movements here. Just a few moments to honor whatever your body is really calling for. When you feel ready, if you bent the knees, we'll stick them back out in front of us. We're going to spread the feet a little bit more than hip distance apart, probably about the width of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall on the sits bones again, keeping the knees with a micro bend. And we'll inhale the arms up overhead. And lifting up out of the spine, hinge forward, reaching for the center of the feet. Again, just honoring wherever you land here. We're going to try something a little bit new here that I haven't done before that just came to me. I'm going to place my right hand on my left shin, so opposite hand to opposite shin. I'm going to windmill my left arm back up and over, reaching for the right side. I'm not sure if I like this or not. That's okay. I'll need feedback later, please. As you exhale, let the left hand float back down, come back into that center fold. And take the left hand, placing it on the right shin, and windmill the right arm back up and over to the left side. Exhale, let that right hand float back down to center. Slowly walk yourself back up to the center of the mat. Next, we're going to move into butterfly pose. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. I know this one can be a little tough on the hips. If you need to move the feet out a little bit further in front of you to create some more space, you can. Additionally, if you have a little towel or blanket or couch pillow, you can place that underneath the hips for some support. And if this doesn't feel good for you, then you can just come back into easy pose with the legs crossed and just take a moment for mindfulness. reflecting on the intention you set for today's class. Notice where you are in your body now compared to before. And from here, we're going to do cat-cow. So if you would like to stay seated for cat-cow, you can. You'll cross the legs, or you can have them out straight in front of you like staff pose if that's more comfortable. You can either cross the arms or keep the hands just on the same side of the knees. If you would like to take cat-cow in a hands and knees position, we'll place the knees underneath the hips and the wrist underneath the shoulders. The palms are cupped and the fingertips are spread wide. You can either have the toes tucked or untucked, yogi's choice. If you need a blanket under the knees, you can do so. And so either way, if you're seated or if you're on the hands or knees, we're going to inhale, drawing the navel back, letting the chin tuck into the chest, the tailbone tucks. And as you exhale, open forward, bring your gaze up. Inhale, draw the navel up. Exhale, releasing into cow. I'm going to repeat this movement a few times. So inhale, draw the navel back up towards the spine. Exhale, let it all out, drop the navel, push the chest forward. Inhaling, drawing the navel back. Exhale, let the belly drop. Inhale, draw the navel back. Exhale, coming into cow. Take 2 more rounds of breath. So as you inhale, draw the navel back towards the spine. Exhale, let the belly come forward. Inhale, draw the navel back. Last one. Exhale, let the belly drop. Coming back into a neutral spine. So either tabletop if you're on the hands and knees, or just coming back to a upright position and seated. Wow, I really lost my words there, I'm sorry. We're going to take another twist here, so I'm going to offer a modification if you're seated as well. But we're going to take the left arm up to the sky, and if you're seated, just take the left arm out to your left side. And as we exhale, we're going to thread the needle so the left arm comes underneath the right, the left ear comes down onto the mat. And if you're seated, you're just going to come from the outward side, cross the arm over, taking that like baseball arm stretch. So the right arm is supporting the left, really giving some space in the shoulder here. And following your exhale, releasing, coming back to tabletop, or coming back to that neutral seated position. And we're going to do the same thing with the right arm. So the right arm comes up to the sky or to the right side of the body. Extend it out. And then we're going to thread the needle so the right arm comes underneath the left, the right ear drops down onto the mat, or the right arm crosses the body and the left elbow is used to support for that baseball stretch. As you exhale, release, coming back to a neutral spine or tabletop. And if you came into tabletop, we're going to move back onto our seated position here. You can either have the legs crossed or out in front of you if you'd like. And if you have the strap with you, which I believe both of you are pretty good about keeping around, I'm just going to create a little bit more mobility in the shoulders here. So this is the tough one. Taking the strap out in fist shape, about probably a little bit wider than the knees. And keeping it down out in front of you. As you inhale, we're going to lift the strap up overhead. And as you exhale, coming back behind you, getting the strap down as far of the spine as you can. And as you inhale, lift the strap back up over, coming all the way back to the front. Strap moved a little bit. And as you inhale once more, we're going to come up and over the head. And as you exhale, let the shoulders roll back just as far as they allow. Inhaling up overhead. Following your exhale back down, and you can release the strap here. I think another twist sounds good to me, so we're going to inhale the arms up overhead once more. And as you exhale, we'll twist open to the right side, so the right hand kickstands back behind us, the left hand comes to the right knee. And as you inhale, draw the arms back up over, release the bind. Follow your exhale, opening up for another twist to the left. So the left hand kickstands behind you, the right hand comes to the left knee. As you exhale, release, allow yourself to come back to center. And from here, we're going to take our time reclining down onto the spine. So whatever you need to do to get there, if you need to take a sip of water, this is a good time. And you can either roll down onto the back with the knees bent or the legs out in front of you. Yogi's choice. We're just going to take a few moments to tune into the body. Allow ourselves to be present again. Perhaps placing the right hand on the belly and the left hand on the heart. Taking a few minutes here to Scan the body. Become aware of exactly where you are and what you need to move forward. And starting from the top of the head, letting the forehead relax, unfurrowing the eyebrows, releasing the cheeks. And perhaps the teeth separate inside the mouth and the tongue relaxes. The jaw lets go of any tension. Feeling the throat chakra open and expand. Knowing that it's safe to express yourself. Feeling the chest expand as you inhale against the earth. And as you exhale, imagining all of the negativity, the chaos, the distress, leaving the body. Letting the hips sink down deeper into the earth. The pelvis and the hips relax. Letting go of the tension you're holding in the thighs. The knees relax. The calves soften. And letting the feet become gentle. Reflecting on the intention you set for today's class. I'd like to give you a little affirmation as we finish out our class here. To remind you that you are worthy, that you are important, that you are deserving of love and kindness and peace. You are worthy of rest. It's safe to be curious. It's safe to be you. Thanking yourself for showing up today, for meeting yourself on the mat, for nurturing your soul, and for just simply being you. When you feel ready, we're going to inhale, drawing the knees into the chest. And if it's accessible for you, you can wrap the hands around the shins, or you can use your strap to pull them closer into the chest. And Keeping the left knee hugged into the chest and extending the right leg out flat onto the mat. Imagining the breath being sent all the way down into the hips. And keeping the right hand on the left knee. I'm going to draw the left knee across the body to the right side, opening up for a twist. Optional here, if it's accessible for you, you can bend the bottom right knee and grab it with the left hand. Kind of turns you into a little pretzel here. And if you're not there yet in your yoga journey, that's a-okay. Allow yourself to melt into the twist. And if the left knee wasn't able to meet the mat, you're welcome to put a blanket or a block, pillow, towel underneath that knee for some support. And as you exhale, release the bottom right leg if you took the bind. Allow yourself to roll back through center and keep the left foot planted underneath the left hip. We're going to draw the right ankle up and over onto the left knee, coming into figure 4. And you have two options here to take the stretch a little bit further. Take what you need. Leave whatever is no longer serving you. Use the right hand to gently push open the right thigh, not putting any pressure on the knee as we don't want to hurt our joints. Or if you'd like to go a little bit further, you can interlace the fingers behind the left knee, pulling the feet and legs closer into the chest. When you feel ready, hold the right knee in the chest, extend the left leg out flat in front of you. Breathing into the right hip. When you feel ready, use the left hand on the right knee to gently guide it over to the left side. Our final twist. And optional again, if you'd like an extra challenge and it's accessible for you, you can bend that bottom left knee and grab it with the right hand. And if you took the bind, you can exhale and release. And roll back back over onto the spine, keeping the right foot planted underneath the right hip. We'll pick up the left ankle and place it over the right knee, coming into figure 4. Optional again here to push yourself a little bit more in this stretch. You can use the left hand to gently push open the left thigh, or you can interlace the fingers behind the right thigh and pull the legs closer into the chest. When you feel ready, planting both feet on the mat underneath the hips. We'll take those windshield wiper movements here again, so just allowing the knees to fall from one side to the other. Perhaps following the inhale up through center, and as you exhale, the legs fall to the side. Inhaling up through center, and as you exhale, letting the knees fall once again. Moving at your own pace here. We're going to begin to prepare for Shavasana, so if there's any additional movement you need to take here, now is the time to do so. If you'd like to take Shavasana in traditional corpse pose, you can, with the legs out flat in front of you and the hands down to the sides. You can take it with the knees bent. If seated is better for you, that's totally fine. Wherever feels best for you here in this moment. Honoring your body. And once again, reflecting on the intention you set for today. Tuning into whatever that was. Allowing yourself to gently fall into a state of relaxation. If the mind begins to wander during Shavasana, you can always return back to the breath. The time is yours. I'll call you back to your mat when you're ready. softly wiggling the fingertips and the toes. Slowly blinking the eyes open. Allowing yourself to roll over to one side of your choice, coming into fetal position. Using the bicep as a pillow. Taking another moment here to thank yourself for showing up to the mat. Celebrating that you had one peaceful, blissful hour just for you. And taking your time, slowly coming up to a seated position, however you need to get there. It is within my practice to close out the session with a bow. You're welcome to join me if you so wish. I bring my hands to heart center. Take my thumbs to my third eye. I take my bow. And I release my bow. The light in me sees the light in both of you. Thank you so much for joining me for today's class. It really means the world to me. I hope you're feeling relaxed and ready to finish out your evening. I'll be around for a few more minutes if you have any feedback or anything you'd like to share to close out the class.
Recording stopped.